This is drawing lesson 12 using schemas. Discussing shapes naturally leads us to the concept of a schema, or a diagrammatic plan or template that simplifies a complex subject. For example, a model of the solar system is a schema. In this case, a simplified model is an invaluable way for our minds to grasp a complex concept. In art, as with the solar system, it's often very difficult to understand what we're seeing at first glance. A schema gives us a simplified point of reference that we can use to compare with the visual world. Most subjects you study require breaking complex principles into simpler ideas. You may have seen this concept at work in children's art instruction books, where, for instance, a series of circles and triangles might be used to guide the artist through constructing a bird. This kind of conceptualization can give a young student a way to create convincing drawings and also show how a complex drawing has some obvious disadvantages. The process of simplifying can be extremely valuable when used as a means rather than an end. Personally, I find schemas for drawing essential because if it's used the right way, they can cause us to look more carefully at the visual world. When you find a way to identify and link a small line segment into a bigger shape, you enlarge its context. By finding circles, triangles, squares, and so forth, you're forced to move away from the word picture or pictograph mentality into a world of more subtle and astute observation. So think of the schema as a teacher leading you to greater observation. Breaking down the world into smaller abstract shapes can offer an efficient way of organizing that vast visual information at the beginning stage of your drawing. A schema or a simplified model provides an invaluable way for our minds to grasp a complex concept. Notice how carefully the artist is cross-comparing every relationship. Every horizontal, vertical, and diagonal element runs through the whole drawing. In this exercise, I broke down the contour of these bottles into a series of angles and enlarged those angles into shapes. The vertical sides became a rectangle and arch became a circle. In this way, we were not just copying a line drawing of an object, but constructing it from the inside out. When people draw bottles, they often do it quickly, almost by rote. Looking for these shapes actually slows the artist down, forcing them to look more carefully and with greater understanding. In this one assignment, we learn much of what it takes to make a good drawing, especially how to measure and interpret what we're seeing. The pentagonal structure of the leaf and primrose are also found in many fruit blossoms. Training your eye to look for underlying patterns can help you identify simple solutions to complex drawing problems. In closing, we need a template in our minds when drawing. In the past, this model was handed down in a rigid and flexible form. Today, we still need a point of reference, but idealized shapes or proportion are only points of departure and are often derived from direct observation from life. We draw our own conclusions about what we see, but are given a few pointers in the right direction. Your work will always benefit from having a coherent plan or structure upon which to hang your observations. So for your assignment, first today, I just want you to complete your exit ticket, but you can begin this assignment that's going to be due next class. So I want you to use a how-to schema worksheet to create a drawing. Make sure you follow the directions so that you can practice simplifying your drawings.